So, did you know you can spend hours and hours working on a YouTube video and it never gets published? You're doing so many things and wasting so much time on that video. I call it YouTube creep. That's right, CREEP. It's YouTube creep. My friend Catherine, who's a member of my school community, you can check that out in the link below. She says this: what I mean by creep is that it can dominate my thoughts, but not in a productive way. Sometimes it's researching to find out what I'm missing or tweaking a script or an edit into the minutia that isn't really going to move the needle into a positive direction for me. My word, if that is not true. Now, I believe in naming things. To be able to change something, I've got to be able to name it. There's a lot of things in my life I've made changes with, but I've named them. That's why I've named this based on what Catherine wrote in this message. I'm calling it YouTube creep. So I'm naming it. If I can name it, then I can change it. So here's the problem. Here's what YouTube creep looks like. It's researching, studying gurus, tweaking thumbnails, editing tiny pauses, changing scripts, watching tutorials, checking analytics, comparing channels. The real question is, does any of that ever really move the video forward? Or do I just get stalled doing all of these things? I think new YouTube creators especially are vulnerable to this because new creators and fourth quarter creators are also trying to learn the technology and all the other things that go along with it. Catherine's example is really great. Her channel, which I'll link in the description below, Simple Fit Physical Therapy. She's been on YouTube for 1 year. She has over 1,400 subscribers and 222 videos. Hey, that's not a person sitting around waiting for perfect. That's a person that's moving. Progress usually comes from publishing and learning, not endlessly perfecting. She's not beating YouTube creep by thinking about YouTube more and more. She's beaten it by continuing to create. So here are some of the common forms of YouTube creep. See if you fit into any of these. I sure have. The researching creep. I need one more tutorial. The script creep. I need to rewrite this again. The edit creep. I need to fix every tiny pause. The analytics creep. I need to check the numbers again. The comparison creep. Why is their channel growing faster? The gear creep. I need one more piece of equipment. The thumbnail creep. Maybe I should change everything again in that thumbnail. Here's what I always do. I get done with the process of working on a video, including this one. I ask one question: what is the one thing that I can do that would help this video? That's it. Not 10 questions, not 15 things, just one question. And if I have an answer to it, I'll make that change and then I move on. That's it. At some point, another hour of tweaking, researching, or doing whatever you're doing isn't going to make the video any better. Matter of fact, it may even make it worse. So here is my plan. I call it my creator rhythm. And it's the opposite of YouTube creep. Creator rhythm is simply create, publish, learn, and move on. Create, publish, learn, and move on. YouTube creep says think, tweak, compare, delay. So the antidote for dealing with YouTube create are these 4 things: create, publish, learn, and move on. YouTube creep will always make you feel like you're working on something. You're working on your channel. You're working on your video. You're being productive, but it's just the opposite. It doesn't move the video or your channel forward. So here's old Mike's creep test. Are you ready? Ask, is this moving the video forward? Will this matter to the viewer? Am I improving or am I avoiding? Let me read those one more time. Old Mike's YouTube creep test. Is this moving the video forward? Will this matter to the viewer? Am I improving or am I avoiding? That's it. 3 simple things I need to ask myself, and it will help me to move forward, get out of YouTube creep. Create, publish, learn, and move on. Hey, if you want to join me in my school, I would really like to have you. YouTube over 65. Now, you don't have to be 65 to be in the group, but the focus of the group is on YouTube creators in the 4th quarter of their lives. I'd love to see you in there. I've got all kinds of guides and worksheets. I'm in there every day answering questions, dialoguing. We have almost 300 members. Would love to see you in there. And lastly, I've got a video that you might really enjoy called What Would I Say? That's when I can't figure out what to say. I love this video. It's one of the things I learned early on in my YouTube journey of how to come up with ideas for YouTube videos. This is old Mike. Old me living better. You know my motto. If you ain't dead, you ain't done. Ha! How about that for a motto? I love it. So I'm not dead and I'm not done. You're not dead, so that means you're not done. So don't get involved in YouTube creep. Let's blast out of that and blast together. I'll see you next time.